This is such a tasteful restoration and the location is amazing. Just wish I could see Dakini from up here. That's why I'm not mucking around, I'm going to hustle back down. In this episode I sail from Perdica and enter a busy waterway. I'm still by myself and little sailing is done as I head around Aegina Island to Agia Marina. I managed to get ashore to visit an amazing temple, the highlight of this busy island. Then I have a terrible night at anchor before crossing to explore Varkiza's waterfront while awaiting Kel's return. This is Perdica, so this is the town I walked through yesterday. Doesn't look like much from the outside, but that waterfront, those restaurants looked amazing. Whew, sore right arm. So a little cruise boat or tour boat just gave way to me, but he was clearly going to pass really close to stern, and I'm like ripping in the fishing line, and he realised what was going on, and he altered course again, which I thought was really nice. I gave him a wave to say thanks and that he was clear. Oh, here comes some wake. Maybe whizzing around. I might actually steer into it. Woo, nasty. Woo. Woo. Steered into it. It was really quite rough then. Big wake. So this is one of the anchorages on this southeastern corner. It's going to be really nice and the conditions expected today, unlike the one I'm heading to. So I'm hoping I get around this corner and I can start to sail. Only a couple of days left by myself. I've just sailed from this anchorage north of Perdica. It got really busy last night. By the time I got up this morning, there must have been 10, 11 boats in there, including a trimaran, which is pretty cool. So I am now heading around Aegina Island. I want to anchor on the northeast. It gives me the best launching point for Athens tomorrow, and I might get some wind to help me there. The challenge is it could be a very, very bumpy evening with easterlies blowing in, gusting 15 up until the late evening. So if it's not suitable, I'm not totally sure what I'll do. Move on somewhere else, I guess, but I think we'll be okay. It's just a shame really, because it's the great spot. Chasing wind all day. I can see what looks like a line of pressure now. Maybe, we shall see. No, I was right. There is really good pressure, and it's a nor'easter, which is where I'm trying to go. Oh, what a fail. This is just not what we did at all. Sailing. It's supposed to be an easterly. It was going to be really good. Wow, if the amount of traffic I'm seeing on this little passage as to go by, this is going to be wide, bumpy anchorage, but we'll see how we go. Well, I'm entering Agia Marina and the wind did come, but it came late, and it was probably too much east, even a little east nor'east, to sail properly, but I've motor sailed. It's given me an extra knot at least, I'd say, which is always good. So this is Agia Marina, beautiful looking church. I can see one yacht roughly where I was planning to go. I think it's going to be pretty bumpy. I can see some charter boats coming. I want to beat them here if they're coming. Why, you may ask, have I already got my shirt off? Well, it's because just as I was anchoring, the starboard engine made a really weird clunky noise with the prop, really, and a sail drive, and I presumed we'd caught something up. I managed to anchor, and it's not the greatest spot in the world as expected, but I'm hoping the wind will come around from the northeast and then north overnight. Well, I've set an anchor for a few hours now through the worst of it, and we appear to be holding. So I've brought the dinghy ashore. I'm going to have a quick look at town, and then if I feel up to it, I'm going to race up to this Temple of Aphaia, the main tourist attraction possibly on the whole island, other than Aegina town where I was the other day. I'm pretty envious of my friends on Be Happy before 20 right up in the corner there, but that was all full when I arrived. He was late enough to get a good spot.
Ask you what you're thinking about.
I am hustling. I think it's €6 to get in. I want to get my money's worth. Don't want to leave Dakini for too long and no chop. I made it. There's a steep hill, but I'm in a hurry. So this temple is considered a masterpiece of its Doric architecture from 490 BC. Interesting enough, it's only relatively recently they discovered that it was actually a temple to the nymph Aphaia and not something else. Well, to be fair, as far as temples go, it's probably one of, if not the best preserved I've ever seen. Oh yeah, this is a truly impressive temple. This is such a tasteful restoration, and the location is amazing. Just wish I could see Dakini from up here. That's why I'm not mucking around. I'm going to hustle back down. The other attraction that's up the hill above Agia Marina is the monastery, which I'm now hustling along to as well. Well worth a visit, and those are the rigid Greek nuns in there, 100%. So I gave them a €2 donation. They looked like I was nuts, but I didn't want to buy anything from the shop. I suppose I could have lit a candle. And then on the way out, you get a piece of Turkish delight and a cup of water. So, wow, what a great evening. Now I'm going to absolutely hustle back down the hill, because I'm always a little bit nervous when Dakini's out of sight. But as soon as I can see her, I can then take my time and have a look around the village. That's our home, and our home has to get across to Athens to pick Kel up in a couple of days. So, yeah. We love her, but she does add a little bit of tension when you're travelling. A lot more than a $350 motorbike did anyway. Well, I think it's going to be a bumpy night. This view really shows how I should have pushed further in. I want to be halfway between that mono and the 420, Jürgen and Andrea in front of me, instead of where I am, which is just completely daft. Safe, but daft. Bumpy and daft. Anyway, now I've seen that, I can take my time. Well, Agia Marina is a lot bigger than I thought, and I found a supermarket that sold, after a little bit of translation, and by translation I mean me saying green, long Greek salads, and she got it. This is pretty funny. There's some amazing art shops, as well as all the standard souvenir stuff. Live music tonight, goodness, it's all happening. Yeah, some lovely restaurants. Look, another souvlaki joint. Pitta Tom. What's their euros pitta? $3.50. Back to the regular prices even. No island prices here. Well, I've got up pretty early this morning here in Agia Marina. As you can see, it's really not a bad morning in here, but just that tiny amount of swell you probably can't even see on
camera was enough to make sure we were still bouncing around this morning. Last night was probably one of the most unpleasant night's sleeps I've had on board at anchor. It's the nature of this anchorage, unfortunately. So I'm going to head off. There might be a northerly helping me across to Vari. All I've got to do now is weigh anchor. Didn't quite get the wind right today. It really was a nor'wester for the first half of the crossing. I'm watching the football, really close match between two of the worst teams in the competition, but it's still entertaining. Just made myself a coffee, halfway across the traffic separation scheme at the moment. It was really busy when I first left, but it's calmed down a bit now, so as long as I'm keeping a good lookout, I'll multitasking. We're fishing, we've got everything going on. Genoa's up and it's giving us probably an extra knot and a half, which is really good. But I'm definitely going to keep motor sailing. I don't think there's any point in trying to crawl across at 1 knot all day. We are intimately familiar with almost Vari and Varkiza. Just heading in there now. It's not always the best of conditions, so we'll see how we go. It's just around this corner. So there's a cool freediving point off here. No spearfishing at the moment because it's May. This is Agia Marina, which is a really flash marina, all super yachts and things. Reminds me of being early to a pilotage position in the Navy. We got 7 minutes to our 6 minutes to our anchorage and 6 minutes left in the football, so I have to keep slowing down. But of course they keep stopping the clock. Oh, this is exciting football. 99, oh, wow. Well, my plans of doing lots of shopping in preparation for Kel's arrival tomorrow failed. Every supermarket anywhere near me is shut. So instead I'm going to do the coast walk, see if I can get as far around as the freediving spot. I think this is the beach bar that has the Saturday night fireworks. A very popular swimming spot down there, and I can see why. It's still super calm, crystal clear water. Everyone's still piling in to this part of the world. Well, this is an amazing spot. I'd love to learn how to freedive here. There's a bar behind me, very recently priced drinks, and then there's this amazing swimming area. I'm not going to do much filming because there's a lot of very scantily clad people, and I certainly don't want to be accused of doing anything inappropriate. Oh, I'd love to have one of these back home. What a cool spot. No spearfishing though, it's May. So it looks like this is how we learn. Someone sits on the stand-up paddleboard and wing foils around, and someone follows them around in the boat. Probably as a safety number as much as anything else, but it's Kel and I doing it. I'm pretty excited. Just need my love of my life to come back and we can give it a go. But for now, I am going to fix the VHFs and tighten a few hitches. So is the Poseidon a 2-star hotel, or is that their logo and they weren't thinking about it? I don't know if I'd put 2 stars in my logo, even if I was a 5-star hotel, because it's very confusing. Really nice looking arrows. A very nice looking souvlaki place. People are admiring my cucumber.